Okay guys, to do this video I'm using the Andreia Professional Gel Polish in number 220, which is this lovely nude pink. I'm going to be doing some detailing work with CND shellac and silver chrome. I'm going to probably be using Spectrum Shimmer, and I've got a couple of Lish glitters here which are, hang on, what are they? Is that going to focus? Oh, of course not. There you go. It is Fine Shimmers in Pixie Dust and Sugar Rush. So I may or may not be using them. I'm just sort of making this one up as I go along. Okay, so to save time, I've already gone in and done 2 coats of the Andreia Professional Gel Polish in number 220. And I don't want it to be just pink. I want to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to be patting into the inhibition layer some of the Spectrum Shimmer additive by CND. So I'm just loading some up on my brush and just pressing it in to the inhibition layer. It doesn't have to be, I just literally want some extra. I sort of want it to look, I guess, like a sort of a snowy effect, which you really can't see because it's not focusing. So, yeah, sort of like snow. And just pressing that into the layer, the sticky layer. And I'm going to leave that as it is. And I'm just going to decant some of the shellac silver chrome onto my tile, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I was just going to use Silver Chrome by CND for the detailing, but it isn't going to show up very well. So I have here number 241 by Andreia, and it is basically, it looks to me like a black pearl colour. So what I'm going to be doing is my Silver Chrome and my Andreia polish, I'm going to be mixing because I want this to show up, but I don't want to use black because it's going to be too heavy. So I'm just mixing the colour so it's a little darker, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a half circle around the top of the nail. Try and do it quite light, you don't want this to be thick and chunky looking. Just manoeuvre your hands to however you're comfortable. Now I am shaking because I had a lot of coffee today, so I've got the jitters, so that always helps when I'm doing fine detailing work. Okay, so the next bit is to do 3 sort of flower petals. So I am going to do the first one down the side, and I'm doing it as delicately as I can. I'm going to do the on the other side so that it matches, hopefully. So just keep mixing your colour. Now I know you're not supposed to mix or sandwich or anything like that, but I am just doing very fine detailing work so it won't affect your service time. Okay, that's a little bit bigger, but and then I'm going to do one in the middle. So I have, if I can get it to focus, so I've got a flower. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a dotting tool and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my CND dotting tool here, which is, I'm using the smaller end. I'm just going to mix up some more, and I'm going to do 3 dots around the top of the nail here. Just little ones. And I'm going to flash cure this. Actually, no, I'm not going to flash cure it yet. I'm going to do the dots around the bottom first. So I'm with this as well. Mix your colour, and I'm going to do some little dots on the bottom of the design here, on the scallops. And then just 3 more on this one. Okay, so you should be looking like this so far. I'm just going to pop that in the lamp for 2 minutes. Okay guys, apologies, that wasn't 2 minutes, sorry, that was 10 seconds. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill in the little scalloped bit with some very, very, very fine lines to get a sort of a lace effect here. So I'll start on this one. Try and get as little as possible on your brush and be very, very light-handed. And you just barely want to be able to see them. And just again, I'm barely touching it. And I've done the one in the middle a little bit thick there, but whoops. Okay, right, now when you do that, you can get a little bit of a moist cloth and just go in with another brush and tidy up. Not a moist cloth, good grief. A bit of IPA on your brush, go in and clean it up. Not soaking wet, go in and clean it up, and then your lines are back to normal. And then there's 2 more here. And I'm going to flash cure, oh no, I'm not going to flash cure that, sorry, I just keep talking rubbish today. I'm just going to go in and do lines the other way across your lines you've already done to get like a checked lace effect. And this is supposed to be as delicate as possible, and this is just barely touching the nail. And then I'm going to pop that in the lamp and cure this time for 2 minutes. Okay guys, so I cheated and I went ahead and I've added some scallops on the bottom. Now these are a little messy, so I'm not 100% happy with them. I've just cut a couple of bristles off my brush because it was dragging through and making them quite uneven. And now I'm just top coating. Now remember, you have got your Spectrum shimmer on here and you haven't top coated yet, so you don't want to drag the pigment off. So hold your brush parallel and brush across your nail. Seal every part of the nail, otherwise anything that isn't sealed will be rubbed off. Seal in your free edge and pop it in the lamp for 2 minutes. But just before I go, as you can see, this is really, the top coat really brings out the pink in the shimmer and the pearl. So you've basically got sort of a black pearl colour by mixing the darker metallic Andreia Gel Polish in 241 and my silver chrome shellac. So I've sort of created a black pearl effect there. So I'm just going to pop that in the lamp and I'll be back.